Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're delving into the world of audio recording to uncover the top 10 microphones for recordings to the next level. Whether you're a musician, podcaster, or content creator, finding the right microphone is crucial. Let's dive in. 10. C. Electronics SID 2200E microphone. Like many large capsule condensers, Omni mode on the SID 2200E is unlikely to be this mic's forte, and the MKI's response shows a noticeable dip, 6 decibels, around the 5 kHz mark. However, in use this wasn't that obvious and is possibly compensated slightly by the gentle boost above 7 kHz. Either way, both patterns are useful inclusions, and save you the trouble of buying or setting up another mic should you want to try out different patterns. Overall, C's upgrade is a success, and combined with the multi-pattern option, the 2200 MKI is more desirable than ever. Okay, the multi-pattern capability has pushed up the price a bit, but there's always the fixed cardioid version if your budget's tight. If your budget doesn't stretch, check out our guide to the best cheap microphones. 9. Shure SM7B. If you watch vloggers on YouTube, you'll see this sturdy black mic pop up again and again. For many, it's the de facto mic for content creation, and for good reason. Firstly, for close mic'd applications, it sounds wonderful. Bring your laughing gear right up to this baby, and you're going to sound fantastic, rich and warm, yet with clarity aplenty. Trust us, you're going to sound just like you, only better. Second, it makes even untreated rooms sound great, or put another way, those awful reflections that haunt poorly treated rooms, you know, like your home studio, won't intrude on your recordings. Wherever you are, every day with the SM7B is a good day. Finally, it's been designed for pro use, which is why it includes some nifty additions such as switchable EQ settings, a built-in pop filter, electromagnetic shielding, a suspension mount, and a windscreen. It's built like a tank too, so will easily shrug off the inevitable knocks, scrapes, and probably the occasional drop. 8. Electro Voice RE20. The RE20 was originally developed to rival the extended frequency range of a good condenser mic, using a clever take on cruder dynamic technology. In our opinion, it fell a little short. Physics is physics after all, but Electro Voice succeeded in producing an altogether more interesting product. It uses what Electro Voice calls variable D, which is essentially a perforated pipe placed behind the diaphragm that brings some distinct advantages. Most significantly, there is little to no proximity effect. Some mics sound muddy when close mic'd, while others do manage to successfully combine warmth with clarity. Nevertheless, good or bad, the proximity effect does color the original sound source, which is not always desirable. The RE20 sounds completely natural, even when used at close quarters. 7. Shure MV7 have long been one of the first names pro musicians look to for their microphones. Shure's range doesn't just cover those options for musicians, however, as the MV7 is a great option for those looking to record crisp speech on a budget. The MV7 is ideal for these applications, with a few neat tricks on hand to make the recording experience as simple and rewarding as possible. We particularly like the complimentary MoTV app, which allows you to choose specific vocal presets to give your sound a professional sheen. This isn't going to be the mic musicians or singers will look to. Sure, it can handle these applications at a push, but this is a speech-specific microphone, and, at that, the MV7 is a highly capable option indeed. 6. Newcomers 102 microphone. As one of the best respected names in recording microphones, we were expecting good things from the Newcomers 102. This large diaphragm condenser promises superlative performance for vocals, and it does not disappoint. We found that the Telem 102 offers crystal clear reproduction across the frequency range with a nice bump around the 6 kHz mark, and is a specialist mic which will do wonders for your mixes. That's not to say it can't do other applications though. It features a relatively high sound pressure threshold, so recording loud sources like drums and guitar amplifiers isn't out of the question. All told, this is an ideal investment for anyone looking to upgrade their recording gear and take their tracks to a new level. 5. Rode NTR ribbon microphone. Electronically, the NTR is active, running from 48V phantom power, and has a built-in transformer that offers a high output so that the mic is not so finicky about preamp requirements as other ribbon mics, and can, a fact borne out by our tests, be used with a wide range of preamps without having to turn the gain up to noise-generating levels. Internal shock mounting results in there being no need for an external suspension cradle, which helps with placement, and, even though this is quite a heavy mic, the included compact mount which attaches to its base works great at holding it at any angle on a mic stand with little pressure needed to firm it up. 4. Lewitt Pure Tube. Combining the sound of the past with the forward-thinking utility of the future, the Lewitt Pure Tube condenser mic takes a vintage tone and adds some clever touches to bring it into the realm of the modern musician. The dedicated power supply connects via a 7-pin XLR to the mic but includes a converter to the traditional 3-pin XLR so you can hook it up to your audio interface. With a shock mount and a carrying case, it's a very complete offering for the money. 3. Telefunken TF11 FET. This is the lovely large diaphragm condenser mic that picked up a prestigious TEC award at NAMM 2022. It's been developed to revive the sound of the legendary AKC-12 capsule, the CK-12, which was a favorite of everyone from Frank Sinatra to George Martin in the 1950s and 60s. The CK-12's smooth, flat frequency response imparted a silky tone that provided plenty of airy detail in the high end, without the slight shrillness of the presence boost that characterized its competitors. The TF11 relies on contemporary FET technology rather than the valve-driven power of the C12, old or new. This gives it a slightly different tonal color, a little cooler but with a faster transient response, higher CL handling capability, even more detail and less self-noise. It's a superb mic for vocals, and arguably a better proposition for instruments than the original. 2. Slate Digital VNS. Classic large capsule condenser microphones are without a doubt amongst the most sought after and expensive items on anyone's wish list. With an original Neumann U47 commanding up to $10,000, most of these mics are out of reach for the average studio owner, and certainly only possible for a tiny minority of home studios. So in theory, if you can emulate them with software, then you should be on to a winner. There have been a few plugs over the years which have claimed to give one mic the character of another, but given the limitations of the original mic, coupled with any number of mic pres that could have been used, plus the quality of the interface that recorded it, most of them have been pretty disappointing. Slate Digital have taken that idea and built a complete system which removes as many of those variables as possible. 1. Soundtronic's Aria microphone. With everything plugged up, the first thing that's obvious with the Aria is just how natural it sounds. There's definitely a slight presence lift, but this is in the upper mids rather than right into sibilant territory. Beyond this, there's no high-frequency hyping or the brittleness that plagues mics of that ilk, so one's attention is drawn to the lows and low mids. These feel solid, and although there is a small proximity effect, it's not at all overbearing. In use, we feel the cardioid polar pattern is pretty broad both in horizontal and vertical directions, so the sweet spot is large, which is particularly useful for vocals and acoustic guitars. As a vocal mic, the Aria delivers a faithful sound, and when you dig in with more forceful delivery, it responds very well. With acoustic guitar, it's easy to capture a non-boomy sound, and once again the non-hype sound is great. The smooth response also lends itself to complex sounds such as guitar amp, strings, and percussion. There you have it, our top 10 microphones for recording in any genre or environment. Which one caught your attention? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, happy recording.